What is up, YouTube? Marcus, aka Apostle here. Oh shit. Today with Optic Predator being a douche, slamming on the brakes while I'm doing my intro. Today we're doing something pretty special. We're going out to San Francisco for a sensory deprivation tank. We're doing 2 hours. For you guys who don't know what a sensory deprivation tank is, it's essentially a tank that you get into. It's like this. How do I explain this?
All right.
Explain it here. He's got it. So take the lead.
Basically, you're in like a pod, right? That has 12 to 14 inches of water, and the water is heated to the temperature of your skin. So I think it's like 94 degrees. And basically, so it's like when you're in it,
the air's heated too.
When you're in it, you don't feel the water in your skin. And then they put 800 to 1,000 pounds of Epsom salt in the water. So it makes it like 10 times more buoyant than the Dead Sea, right? And so like the Dead Sea is like super known for, you know, being buoyant. I think that's the word. Yeah. It doesn't sound right, buoyant, but that's what it is. And then they heat the air, and then it's dark inside, and you wear earplugs. So basically all of your sensory information is reduced, right? Because you can't see anything, it's dark. You can't hear anything because you have earplugs in. You can't feel anything because you're naked and you're in water that is the same temperature of your body, and then the air is the same temperature of your body. So like you really don't feel like anything, you know? And so it basically reduces sensory input, and then it magnifies your awareness and your awareness of mind, basically. They say it's like, 60 minutes is equivalent to 4 hours of like the highest quality of meditation. So it's pretty fucking cool.
It's pretty intense. So we're headed to BART right now. Get on the train.
You going to my blind spot?
I don't think so. I don't see anybody.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, we're getting on the train, and we will see you guys there. See you in a minute. Guys, we made it. We're running a little bit late, so we might be kind of short here, but we're going in right now. Let's see what it's like.
Do you remember how I said Marcus always makes us late? Well, we ended up late.
And it was your fault.
Oh, this looks cool.
This smells really good in here.
Yo, this is super fancy.
Yeah.
How do you feel like
Too. Pretty cool. So this is the tank. Pretty intense. I think you can obviously close it since you don't want any light or sound in there. The sound turns off. It's kind of a small room, so it's hard to get the whole tank in here. But this is what I'm going to be spending the next 2 hours in. Lights on the left side, big black button. Gotta take a shower before I get in. All right, I'll see you guys in 2 hours. All right, guys, my hair looks crazy because I had to wash it. We're done. We did the float and we're back in town, and it was pretty interesting. It was different than I expected it to be. I was kind of hoping for like a kind of like an out-of-body experience, or what's that called, an epiphany experience. you saying?
Almost like a psychedelic experience.
Yeah, I mean, which kind of happened for me. I had like, in the beginning, I don't think my eyes were used to that like amount of darkness, if that makes any sense. And I was kind of getting, you know how the ocean comes in and the waves hit and they have like the skim where the water like comes up and it's really low? It was kind of like that, and it was like, it was pitch black obviously, but it seemed like it was like there's like waves kind of going like back and forth like that over my vision, and it looked just like the surf of the ocean, which is, not the surf, the skim of the ocean, which is kind of crazy. And then I kind of, for like a solid half an hour, 45 minutes, I felt like there was a light down at my feet, and I could see, I guess, but there wasn't. Obviously it was pitch black in the thing, because the light turns off when there's like a button inside to turn the light off. But yeah, I wanted to kind of get into like deep thought and really like evaluate my life, but what ended up happening was I almost went into like a sleep. I was really just relaxed and was having a hard time staying awake, and then kind of just like loosened up a lot. And it was really interesting because you get in the water and it's kind of weird. Like I got in and I was like, what the heck? Because you get in and it's maybe like a foot of water and you can't really touch the bottom because it holds you up. It's like you're trying to sit on like a basketball or something while you're in the pool, and it just like keeps you afloat. It's really weird. I wasn't expecting that feeling at all. But yeah, that was kind of my experience with it. Was, I guess I kind of hallucinated a little bit and then just went into like a deep state of relaxation and was trying to like meditate and just really relax.
Your hallucinations were very mild though, right?
Yeah, extremely mild.
Yeah.
But they were like, it was weird. It was just something that I've never really experienced before, which is cool, which is I was hoping to get out of this since I've been wanting to do it so long. I knew it was going to be a new experience. Towards the end of it, since it was like a 2-hour session, I was getting really restless, and I don't know if you've been like, if you were the type of kid in the hot tub to kind of like push yourself back and forth against the walls, but I guess I was doing that. Well, I definitely was doing that, and Logan said he was doing that too towards the end. And I kind of had to sit up at one point because I was really restless and I like kind of wanted to get out, I guess. And then I grabbed like this neck pillow thing that they have to keep your head afloat, which I wasn't using for the first half, and put that underneath and tried to relax with that, which helped a little bit because my neck kind of bothered me and it was cramping up for a while, and it would kind of go in and out of cramping, but it was really interesting.
Oh, you used that neck pillow?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, well I used it for like 15 minutes and then put it back.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Towards it, because my neck was really cramping up and I was just having a hard time, like, I almost felt like I was drained from trying to just
position yourself?
Yeah, position myself and just,
it was pretty draining.
I don't really know, it's just a weird experience in general.
It was something you had to manage the whole time.
Yeah, you kind of had to micromanage yourself, and because you touch the wall and you're really not supposed to be touching anything, and you'd kind of push yourself off and then you'd push yourself and you touch the other wall, and you'd kind of have to get this right balance of being in between. And at one point I got the water in my eyes, which sucked because it's salt water and it burns. It's like really salt water, not just like a little bit of salt water, and it burns. And I tried to sit up and I was really disoriented because it's pitch black in there, so obviously you can't see anything. And they keep like a spray bottle with a rag on the side hanging on like these hydraulic bar type of things that allowed the pod to lift. And I like sat up and I was trying to find that, and it took a solid maybe like 3 or 4 minutes for me to find that. And I was looking around the pod for the bar, and I was kind of just like lost. It was kind of like freaky for a little bit, but I knew I was gonna find it eventually, obviously, and I knew if I just pushed on the roof I could get out. But I was just having a really hard time finding that and spraying the salt water out of my eyes. Anything you want to add to your experience? experience.
Did you ever feel like you wanted to rest your hands or your arms on your body, or against your body, but you know, like you remember that, you know, you're not supposed to be feeling very much, and that's like a direct sensation with yourself, and so you would try to like move your arms out farther, but it was like super uncomfortable. You'd have to like let them sit there for like 15 minutes before they finally become comfortable.
I didn't really want to touch.
Super weird, but
I guess for a little bit I was sitting with my arms on my chest like this.
Yeah,
like
that's what I wanted to do, but I felt like you're not supposed to do that, you know?
You can, I think, but
well,
I don't know.
I don't know. I was trying to like get like every limb like
as far away from it as possible.
To where,
I was trying to do the same thing too. For a while I actually lifted my arms up like this and was sitting in the tank. The tank's about the size of a car, so you have a lot of room to move around in there. So I kind of like, at one point I had my arms completely stretched up above my head and my toes like completely stretched out towards the bottom of the pond. And it was definitely, I don't know, it was weird. It was almost like when you're trying to fall asleep and you can't really fall asleep, and you're laying there and you're trying to get in different positions to get comfortable. It would get like that, and then I'd get comfortable and I'd like really relax for a while, and then I'd realize I'm relaxed, and that would bring me out of the relaxed state, and then I'd have to get myself back into the relaxed state.
And you would think it would be frustrating, like trying to position yourself the whole time, but it wasn't frustrating at all.
It was it was just interesting because
it felt like
floating.
A dance almost, you know, like you're so relaxed, like you didn't mind really like even bumping into things, you know. It was just like part of it, you know. I don't know.
Yeah, that's cool. I really enjoyed it. It's definitely a unique experience. It's the next, not the left of the light, but it's in the buildings across from the light.
Okay. Did you mention any of like the cognitive effects? Well, in the video.
What do you mean, the cognitive effects?
Like, what did you experience?
Oh,
like,
no.
mentally?
Well, I want to bring something else up. There was, at one point, towards the beginning, I kind of felt like I was flipping. Like I let my head drop back like that, and the water keeps it afloat, so you're not completely dropping it back. And it kind of felt like I was doing a backflip. It was really weird. I felt like I was, like, I'm obviously like this, laying down, and then I felt like I was like that. And kind of felt like the blood was rushing to my head, and felt like I was actually spinning around in circles. And if I'd move a little bit, I'd feel like I was moving really fast, even though I knew I was moving like really slow, just because I would barely push myself just to get myself away from the wall, and I'd feel like I was really moving back and forth, or just moving super fast across the pond. What do you mean by cognitive effects?
Like did you notice that you were able to like think better or be more clear, or were you able to, I don't know about you, but I was like imagining scenes in my head. It took a lot of work to do, and so like I naturally would gravitate back towards like a very neutral way of thinking. Like I wouldn't think of very much. Like I was okay, I'm blanking out now.
Yeah, I don't know, it was kind of like floating in and out of consciousness the whole time. Not really consciousness, but just like a meditative state. I don't know if you guys meditate. I'm gonna do a video on it eventually, but like when you're meditating, you're trying to silence your thoughts, and it was really easy to slip into that state. And then the thing that sucks about it is once you realize you're in that state, it brings you back out of the state, and you have to work to get back into it again. And that was really, I was kind of in and out of that state for the whole 2 hours. But it was definitely interesting, and I recommend it. And if you're in the San Francisco area, we went to Reboot, what is it, Reboot Float Spa?
Yeah, I think so.
We went to Reboot Float Spa, obviously in San Francisco. I think it's on Lombard Street. And I mean, it was an awesome experience. I definitely recommend it to anybody in the area and anybody thinking about doing it. It's a bit expensive, but it's definitely something you guys should put on your bucket list. It's a really interesting experience, especially if you're like stressed out a lot and stuff. It will really benefit you. But we're about to get some food. I'll show you what the food looks like. We're going to a place called Yulla in Dublin, and it's like a Greek place. that makes like wraps and bowls and stuff, kind of like Chipotle. It's really set up like Chipotle, where you walk up and it has like the bar. But yeah, I'll show you what the restaurant looks like. Alright guys, so YOLO was delicious and we're tired and I have class, which really sucks. So I think this is it for the day, and I wish I could go home and play Overwatch, but I can't because I have class. And
that's what I'm gonna do.
Play Overwatch. Punch him in the face right now. Punch him in the face. He's dead. I don't know what to say. We're in like this, we're like so tired, and what is it, the magnesium from that thing gives you like a high, I guess. And I mean, I don't know, I just feel lightheaded and tired, and I'm going back into the video again, but I'm supposed to be doing an outro. But I'm
no, but that's a good thing.
Yeah, but how about you just don't talk for a little bit?
Oh my god.
And okay, so I think this is it. On my way home, on my way to class. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Go check out Reboot Float Spa in San Francisco if you're nearby. I hope you have a good day, and I will see you guys next time.
There wasn't a car behind me, I slammed on the brakes. Smacked you in the face with the camera.
See what I have to deal with? That's what I had to deal with. Say something.
What?
Say bye or something.
See ya.
Alright, you suck. He sucks.